Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Steve Percy here from Sprint Networks.
Good morning, everyone. This is George from Sprint Networks.
Hey, good morning, George. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, everyone?
I'm good, George. Thank you. So, guys, welcome to Untitled Secure-SD-WAN webinar, which we conduct every Friday. And today, just like every other Friday, we've got a great attendance. And thanks a ton to everyone for joining in. And George and myself, we are looking forward to a great session this Friday, just like every other Friday.
Yes.
So, George said, shall we get started?
Let's get started.
So guys, we have a couple of rules for this webinar. So we'll have a Q&A session at the end. So if you've got any questions, please pop it into the chat window. To find out more about our products and services, you can visit our website, sprintnetworks.com.au, or you could also send us an email at info@sprintnetworks.com. And finally, the one request that we have for all of you is to go social with the hashtag #SprintSDWAN. So guys, without any further ado, let's get started. So the challenges of the traditional WAN network, George. So as you can see on the screen, increasing costs and complexity were obviously two of the most important challenges facing the traditional WAN networks. The traditional WAN design is based on multiple devices stacked in the branch office with siloed management and disparate WAN links connecting to them. So times have changed, and enterprises are using the cloud and subscribing to software as a service. While users traditionally connected back to the corporate data center to access business applications, they are now accessing the same applications in the cloud. As a result, the traditional WAN is no longer suitable, mainly because backhauling all the traffic, including that destined to the cloud, from branch offices to the HQ, introduces latency and also impairs application performance. So going into more details about these two challenges that traditional WAN networks have always faced. Expensive routers and switches, taking a lot of time to do the configuration and maintenance, expensive MPLS or carrier circuits. These reasons and these factors have always compounded the compounded costs for companies, and along with that, complexity as well. So whether you're talking about a distributed control plane, or whether you are having to remotely manage a site, do change control, or even do network maintenance, taking lengthy installation times for getting your sites up and ready, and also having to sacrifice the control of your network to the ISP for design, configuration, and monitoring. So these have always been some of the challenges faced by traditional WAN networks. But now we are in the era of Lean IT. So what are the needs of Lean IT solutions? So ease of management is obviously one thing. The requirement of a central management portal, which can be used from a single dashboard, which allows an IT manager or anyone else looking at the network to manage everything from a single dashboard, is what a Lean IT solution needs in today's world. Lower touch means you should be able to do so much with just a few clicks. Efficient solutions. So flexibility and resiliency are two of the most important things in today's world, and every solution needs to be both of them. And finally, cloud focused. So what does that mean? Well, in today's world, people are after turnkey solutions or plug and play solutions. So these solutions need to be on the cloud, and they need to have a cloud focus on the type of end goals they are striving to achieve for the company. So how does Versa come in, and where do they come in, and how does the Versa Titan solution help address all these IT needs? Well, here's the Versa Titan Secure-SD-WAN solution, which is a perfect solution for Lean IT companies. So what is the solution all about? Well, this is a simplified cloud-managed IT branch solution. And this is a hassle-free Secure-SD-WAN solution with advanced application intelligence, managed from the cloud, making it easier for IT to manage and secure their branch services. So irrespective of what your underlay is, whether it's broadband or MPLS or LTE, you should be able to leverage the power of the solution to drive business needs. So the Titan solution helps enterprises accelerate business growth as well as simplifying deployment and administration. The Titan solution includes multiple access types, automated multi-path site-to-site VPN, direct internal breakout to any application or user. Titan also helps organizations reduce the cost, which I think is very important, along with being able to reduce the time and complexity associated with WAN transformation. It also makes it easier to deploy and manage your network edge, simplify the branch with fewer devices, enhance visibility and control of applications, improve your bandwidth utilization, your network performance, and also resolve your security vulnerabilities. So this is how the Titan solution transforms complex IT to lean IT. Earlier, you required multiple devices to perform multiple functions, whether it was routing and switching or firewalling. You required independent devices to perform each of those functions. But with the Versa Titan solution, all those complex IT solutions have been brought into a single consolidated service, which is an all-in-one device that transforms complex IT to lean IT. So this, in a nutshell, means you can do more using much, much less. Now, why Sprint Networks SD-WAN solution powered by Versa Titan? Well, the Versa Titan solution offers tons and tons of features. So whether it's zero-touch provisioning, where you can have 100 boxes sitting across the world, and you wouldn't have the requirement of sending across your IT managers to each of those places to configure those boxes, because everything can be done from a single portal using the ZTP feature provided by Versa Titan. Or whether it's dual LTE and dual Wi-Fi, which means you can do active-active load balancing using two LTE links, which is a one-of-a-kind feature offered by the Versa Titan solution. So now let me give you an intro to the solution itself. So what you're looking at here is the Versa Titan dashboard. So here, based on the licenses I've got, I have deployed my hub and also my branches, or spokes as Versa would like to call them. And I've given my hub a name. I've called it Sydney. And this device was activated using Bluetooth, which is one of the different options you can use to activate a Versa device. Similarly, I've also configured and activated my spoke. So I've given the name Sprint Networks 15. And this was activated using Wi-Fi, which is another method which can be used to activate a Versa Titan box. So this is the dashboard from where you can control the entire network, whether it's network configuration or monitoring or analytics or troubleshooting. Everything can be done from portal. So here, this is the default configuration template from where you can access your network, your security, as well as your steering. So this one default configuration template allows you to do multiple things. So talking about your network, you can configure your Wi-Fi or your LAN, your WAN, as well as your LTE. So talking about Wi-Fi, we have got two different Wi-Fi services here. So the Versa Titan solution allows for the segmentation of your Wi-Fi services into a corporate Wi-Fi as well as a guest Wi-Fi service. So you can use different SSIDs for providing access to different employees or people to each of these Wi-Fi services. So whether it's your guest SSID, you can use that to provide access to your guests, your Wi-Fi. And if you want to provide your employees with access to your corporate resources, you can use the corporate SSID. Similarly, you can configure your LAN ports as well, whether Ethernet or Wi-Fi, or do port forwarding or device IP reservation. Everything can be done from there. And similarly, talking about the LTE feature here, you can select the LTE interface. You can define the role of the circuit, whether primary, hot standby, or cold standby. You can select the gateway, And you can also define the tunnel, whether it's just SD-WAN traffic or internet traffic, or both SD-WAN and internet traffic, or even split tunnel traffic, or both of them. And whenever you make changes, all you need to do is just hit the publish button and it gets published. So talking about WAN, so here you can select the WAN interfaces, and you can also select the role of the WAN circuit. You can also select the gateway and also define the transport, whether internet or MPLS. And similarly, you can define the tunnel as well, whether it's similarly just like your LTE feature, whether it's SD-WAN traffic, internet traffic, or both of them. And once you're done with that, all you need to do is just hit the publish button to make the changes, and that's how the configuration gets applied uniformly across all your sites. So the quantity of circuits present at any one particular site also determines the behavior of either that site being primary or secondary. So what is this all about? Well, this is to ultimately find a profile of how your underlay or your WAN circuits need to be configured uniformly across all locations, across devices you might be deploying. This is what the default configuration in an organizational-oriented template looks like. This helps to have the same framework for all your deployments. So whether it's WAN or building secure tunnels or point-to-point connections, everything can be done from the click of a single screen.
So just one question. So all these management portal are hosted on cloud, right?
Exactly, George. Everything is hosted in the cloud, so you can access it from anywhere.
So for this profile, you'll be able to edit for the edit default profile, so you can save your own profile then for later deployment, right?
Exactly, you can do all that, George. Exactly, well said. So guys, that was a small intro about the dashboard itself and what the solution can do. Now moving on, let me show you how we can deploy and activate a versatile device. So here, similarly, just you can see on my dashboard, I've already got a couple of devices already deployed. So now all you need to do is just hit the deploy button and start populating the spaces over there. So you enter the site name and you enter the address. And once you're done with that, you automatically generate the coordinates and you select a topology. You configure a device either as a spoke, a hub, or a hub controller, and you enter the serial number and you just hit the deploy button to deploy that particular device. So in a moment, I'm going to show you how to deploy a device. So just want to go back and so once you're done with all that, hit the deploy button, and that's when it starts to deploy the box or the site. And so now you can see the site has been deployed successfully. Now let me show you how you can activate a VersaTitan device. So this is supposed to happen after you deploy a device. So all you need to do is just, you can activate it either by ZTP, Bluetooth, or Wi-Fi. So here we have gone for the Wi-Fi option, and you hit the activate button, and it starts going through the activation process. And this usually takes a couple of minutes. So what I'm going to do here right now is just going to fast forward this one. It usually takes around 3 to 4 minutes to activate a VersaTitan box. And as you can see, it's still getting activated. So by the time I reach the end of this video, it should get activated. So anytime now. So once you activate a device, it's all good to go. So now the device has been activated. So this was being built hub. That was what we tried to activate, and it's as easy as that, George, to deploy and activate a VersaTitan device. So now moving on, George, another feature. So guys, we've already talked about zero-touch provisioning, dual LTE and dual Wi-Fi. And this, I think, George, is a very important feature, which is advanced security with an inbuilt next-generation firewall, right?
So these advanced security features was inbuilt on boxes. So you don't need to deploy another firewall there.
No, you don't have to. That's why we call this a lean IT solution.
Then you'll be able to deploy internet branch services.
Exactly.
You have the firewall.
Yes, exactly, George.
Yeah. Can we show this one to the customer there?
Yes, sure, George. So just going to take you through configuring firewall rules, which is what we'll discuss before we get to some of the security features. So here we've got our default security template, which is from where you can access all your security features. So whether it's configuring firewall policies or doing URL filtering, whether it's antivirus or IPS, everything can be done from this one default configuration template. So today, now let's just stick to configuring firewall rules at the moment. So all you need to do is just hit that button over there, and you can see I've already configured some rules over here. So this is a pre-built scenario associated with security. So what you can, I've placed some additional rules here, which might be common or utilized in some enterprises. So whether it's you may want to ensure your no FTP over the VPN, or you may want to have your Office 365 good over the wireless network into the internet breakout, or you may want to block the traffic altogether, or deny SSH over your Wi-Fi. So all these are default security firewall policies which you can add and configure onto the network. So once you're done adding the policies, you might want to ensure that it's run through an antivirus engine and an NGIPS to detect for anomalies, malware. How do you do that? Well, you do that by running it through a predefined set of vulnerability signatures. So that's how you configure firewall policies. And now, since we're done with that, let me show you how you can do URL filtering, which I think is a very important feature, George. So talking about URL filtering, which I think is one of the standout features of Untitled. So here you can, from the default security configuration template, you can do URL filtering. You can either blacklist URLs or whitelist URLs. So I'm going to show you all that in a moment. And you can also do URL filtering by category and also by reputation. So first, let me show you how we can do simple URL filtering. So all you need to do is, if you want to whitelist or blacklist URLs, you can do it either by category. So you've got 3 levels of security: low, standard, and advanced. And you can do the same by reputation as well. So as you proceed from the left to right, more number of categories are blocked automatically. So if you check the low level of URL filtering, you can see that there is only one category that is automatically blocked. And going back, if you select the standard one, you can see that there are multiple categories that are automatically blocked. And similarly, if you go for the advanced one, you can see that there are more and more categories that are automatically blocked compared to the other 2 ones. So clicking on the standard one, you can see, George, all those categories are pre-blocked for you or for your entire network. So you've got 2 options: either you can block them or you can alert and confirm. So now let's see how we can do URL filtering. So let's start with blacklisting URLs. So this is pretty straightforward, George. What you do is you just enter the IP address over there, and you hit the add URL button, and then you publish it. So before we do that, let's check whether we can access that website. So let's try and access master.com.au. So guys, we were able to access that website. Now let's try and block that particular website. So George, once this is published, you shouldn't be able to access that website any longer.
Yeah, this looks very useful features that in case your company has policy for your employee access certain
Exactly.
websites, so you can use
Every
feature
company,
to block.
yes, they might have some websites which they don't want their employees to access. And similarly,
And we also have a predefined catalogs there, so you can
yes,
use, or you can define your own catalogs.
yes. So George, now the configuration was just published successfully. So now let's try and access this again. So guys, we can't access this any longer because we have blocked this website, yes. And once I unpublish that, once I remove that, I should be able to access the site once again. So it usually takes a couple of seconds to get published. And once it's done.
Yeah, because the controller was sitting on the cloud, so it's one to have.
Yes, that's true.
Depending on where you are sitting at the moment, so and how your internet at the moment.
Yeah, so multiple factors.
Mm.
So now let's try and access the website again, which we should be able to because we just unblocked it. So there you go, George. We're back to being able to access that website. And now let's something even more interesting is being able to do URL filtering by category. So 3 different categories, as I mentioned before: low, standard, and advanced. Today we're going to see how the advanced option is going to help us in blocking URLs by category. So let's try the advanced option today. So let's try, say, social media. So all you need to do is just search for that in the space above. And before that, let's try and access a couple of social media websites. So there's LinkedIn, which we can access. And yes, Facebook as well. So
favorite website we have.
Yes. So we can access Facebook as well, obviously. So now let's try and block this and see whether we can access it any longer. So while the configuration is getting published, this is a very important feature, I think, for organizations because it helps you block multiple categories at ease, saving you a lot of time. So let's try and access LinkedIn. Yeah, so there you see, guys, I can't access it any longer. So that's the power of URL filtering, George. And just like you can do URL filtering by category, you can do the same based on reputation as well. So depending on the IP address and depending on what range it falls in, it can be classified as the following. So if it falls in the 81 to 100 range or the 1 to 20 range, it will be classified as a high risk IP address. And if it falls in the 81 to 100 range, it will be classified as a trustworthy address. And based on that, you can have multiple actions, either have them blocked, or you can have a message pop up to ask you whether you want to block them or access them, or you can allow them altogether. So whenever you make changes, all you need to do is just make the changes, make the required changes, and hit the publish button, and the configuration gets published. So that's how URL filtering works, and that's how the Versa type of solution stands out as a great security solution, as well as being an SD-WAN solution, George. So moving on to the next one, George, which is
So the next step I'm gonna show you a wonderful feature which provided by Title is monitoring and analytics. So in this video, what I'm showing you is the monitoring feature of Titan. So you can see there's 3 sites deployed there, and if you click monitoring board and the monitor under the monitoring portals, you can see there are 3 options. One is network, the other one security, and device. And then the network, you'll be able to see all the interface features, WAN interface LTE, and also you can do some basic troubleshooting, ping and trace route. So what I'm showing you guys is a ping. So ping test. So you can test your testing your connectivities at your branch remotely. So also you can do a trace route there. So yeah, it's very handy features which provided by Titan both. So
these are some very basic and simple features, but they are at the same time very important as well, right, George?
yeah, so yeah, in case you have tickets coming, say you lost connectivity at your branch, you can do this test. Also, you can see what live traffic is sitting on your link of your branches and what application is running on your circuits. So also you can monitoring the URL. So based on the URL category and URL replications, you can see there's a few high risk website IP we are accessing from your branch. So under device, you'll be able to monitoring your device information based on your CPU, disk, and memory usage. Also the SD-WAN connectivities to the controller and your hub. Also the bandwidth usage. Okay, that's the monitoring feature for Titan. So the other one is live monitoring features. So in this summary page, you'll be able to see all your SD-WAN devices deployed in your organizations, including the SD-WAN controllers and your branches, and also your hub. So we have 2 controllers which deploy out and 1 hub, 2 branches in this lab environment. And in the map view, you'll be able to see where your branches in geographic view.
And so this map shows you all the connected sites and also shows you the status of your branches, your devices, and everything, right?
Basically, it's a summarized page of your SD-WAN network in your organizations, and this is hardware information. And if you want to go more details, you can go to devices, click one of your branches. For example, the Melbourne branch, which you in this hub, in this branch. So you'll be able to see all the links on that box. Or in this, we have deployed 2 circuits, live and active and inactive and active mode. So if you click the SD-WAN application traffic, you'll be able to see those live traffic sitting on both circuits, and even the latency, gender, packet loss information. So what I'm going to show you is I'm generating some traffic from that branch and to the hub, and you can see there's some traffic is running on the branch circuits at the moment in the window, in the below windows. And what I'm going to do is to disconnect the WAN link. So let all traffic shift to the LTE link. So let's take a moment to see it on the screen because it's cloud deployed.
Exactly. So that's real-time traffic that you're seeing over there.
Yeah, exactly. So you'll be able to see the latency on the LTE link is quite high, but at least you have some redundancy at your branch, so keep your business running.
Now you can see the traffic. The WAN interfaces are still carrying most of the traffic.
Yeah.
And now
the WAN link is down.
yes.
So you'll be able to see we not experiencing even just 1 packet lost.
So just one job, just one packet lost?
Just 1 packet lost.
Oh yeah.
So you'll be able to see that on the screen there, on top screen. Then I connect back the cable, so you'll be able to see the WAN link come up, and all the traffic was running beautifully at the moment.
I mean, that was quick, wasn't it, jobs? That failover, that happened seamlessly. And that's exactly what businesses need in today's world to stay up and running 24/7, isn't it, George?
Yeah, especially for a branch. So, and you can see your application activities lively in live. Next page I'm going to show you is the analytics. So, which is management. What we can do from there is we be able to generate some reporting features. So in here we can see some application. It's a summarized page for your branches over the last. Let's say you can select the period of time you want to generate a report from. So for example, if you want to see your report, how your branch running in the last 30 days, you'll be able to see from this page. We also can generate some report. So you can provide this report to your customer or management to tell them how our branch running.
Can you schedule these reports as well, George?
Yeah, we can schedule this report, so we'll be able to select what's the period of the report.
You can automatically generate them and send them to.
Yeah, we can do that as well.
That's why this is such a great solution, isn't it, George? I mean, it provides you with all these wonderful features, which at the end is all about transforming complex IT to lean IT.
So we can be able to generate PDF files. So, and you can select what applications or even go to certain applications. For example, you want to see the how your Microsoft 365 running at your branch, you'll be able to do that as well in here. And you can see top application usage in a chat.
It's so graphic, and it makes complete sense to anyone who's looking at these reports, isn't it, George? They're so easy to understand, and they tell you exactly what you're after. So I think that's pretty much it from your side, isn't it, George? And now finally moving on to one of the best features of the Versa-Titan solution, which is being able to do everything that I've just showed you from your mobile phone, George. So all you need to do is just download the Versa-Titan mobile app on your phone, and from your phone you can do activation, monitoring, configuring your sites, troubleshooting, and even seeking support from the Versa team. So all this can be done from the palm of your hand, George. This is one feature that I can say with confidence is provided by no other SD-WAN vendor out there. And this is something that is at the core of transforming complex IT to lean IT. And I just want to show you a quick video of how this works. So what you're seeing on the right is my mobile screen, which I've captured. And so you can check the status of your network, the status of your WAN links or your LTE links. You can also check the security of your network. If you're doing URL filtering, you can check the URL category. Everything can be seen over here, all the applications. And same you can do for your device as well. You can check the device information. You can also check the bandwidth usage based on application activity. And apart from that, you can do security here, George. So whatever I showed you in some of my videos, you can do all that here, along with traffic steering. So everything can be done from everything that can be done from the Versa management portal can be done from the mobile as well.
That's wonderful.
It's truly a great feature, George. And now we come to the final part of our webinar, which is why we place trust in Versa Networks. So Versa Networks and their solution, their SD-WAN solution, has been recognized as a leader by the Gartner Magic Quadrant this year, and this has been the case over the last few years as well. So apart from that, it's also an NSS Labs recommended solution because it's a next generation firewall that is then built into the solution. And we here at Sprint Networks, we have tried and tested all the big name SD-WAN vendors out there, and we can confidently say that this is the solution that customers or vendors, I mean customers and partners in the APAC region should be looking at.
Yeah, based on this, so what I'm trying to explain this. So Versa Networks has been recognized by the industry, especially in SD-WAN area. So it's been in lead chat for a while. So so we shouldn't have question on how SD-WAN can how Versa can power SD-WAN for your organization. So
Exactly, it's an all-in-one solution which can transform your data network into a very lean network, and that can drive business, that can reduce costs, that can reduce your complexity, and also help improve your network performance. So with this, we finally come to the end of our webinar. So now we have come to our Q&A session. Let's see whether we have got any questions. So guys, if you've got any questions, you can put them into the chat window from where we'll pick them up.
I think we are today.
Yes, I can't see any questions coming in. Yeah, just give it a few more seconds.
I think we are all good. We have
I think
quiet audience today.
Yeah, I think everyone's quiet. I think everyone needs their morning cup of coffee. So guys, thanks for attending this webinar. If you want to get in touch with us, you can send us an email at info@sprintnetworks.com, or you can give us a call on the number that you see on your screen. So till next time, take care and goodbye. Thank you, George.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, everyone. See you guys next time.